This is Sholo Ford's presentation of high school basketball on iTalk 1067 FM and iTalk1067.com. Also brought to you in part by Northland Pioneer College, Ace Hardware of the White Mountains, Beamer's Glass, Mountain Mobile Auto Glass and Tint, Summit Healthcare Regional Medical Center, Horn Auto Center, Honda Ski and Outdoor Sports, and Comfort Fit Dentures. And now, Sholo Ford presents high school basketball on iTalk 1067 and worldwide on iTalk1067.com.
A very good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Sholo Ford's presentation of high school basketball on iTalk1067.com as we get set for the home team on the scoreboard tonight, the Snowflake Lady Lobos taking on the Page Lady Sand Devils here at Snowflake High School. Page comes into this game tonight 2-2 as the Lobos are going to come in with a 7-1 record. Their lone loss coming to Pueblo at the Sunnyside tournament. So we look forward to a good matchup tonight. As I was speaking to Coach Brogan, he thinks this is a top 6 or 7 matchup as we go through again this Sholo Ford's presentation of high school basketball on iTalk1067.com as we are first going to go to our Summit Healthcare Regional Medical Center injury report. Summit Regional Medical Center has everything your athlete needs to get back in the game, and as far as we know and understand, both teams are healthy. Nobody's sitting on the bench tonight, and both teams will be at full force in this freedom matchup as we move forward tonight. And that's going to wrap up our Summit Regional Medical Center pregame injury report. Summit Regional Medical Center has everything your athlete needs to get back in the game. Next, we move to our Ace Hardware keys to the game. Ace Hardware has a 24/7 locksmith the next time you're locked out of your car or just need a key replaced any hour of the day or night, any night of the week. Call Ace Hardware in Pine Top, Overguard, and Sholo. And our keys to the game, as I had a chance to speak with Coach Brogan, is going to be fundamentals and defense. Coach Brogan expects his girls to come out and play extremely hard, break a press, and use their speed. Page, on the other hand, is going to do everything they can to counter that. Page kind of comes in here with a nothing-to-lose mentality as they're going to take on these Lady Lobos. So that is our Ace Hardware keys to the game. Ace Hardware has a 24/7 locksmith the next time you're locked out of your car or just need a key replaced any hour of the day or night, any night of the week. Call Ace Hardware in Pine Top, Overguard, and Sholo. We're going to go ahead and take a short break while we do the national anthem. This is Sholo Ford's presentation of high school basketball on iTalk1067.com.
Want the best deal on your new car, truck, van, or SUV? Go to Sholo Ford. Sholo Ford has the best deals. Not only does Sholo Ford sell the #1 truck in America, Guy Hatch guarantees you won't find a better deal on that truck anywhere else. Sholo Ford sells the best at the best price. Sholo Ford on the east end of the Deuce and at SholoFord.com.
You have a vision, a brand to build, a message to share? You need signs that turn heads, apparel that makes a statement, banners that grab attention, and business cards to leave a lasting impression. Your success starts with the right tools. That's where we come in. Allegra Sholo brings your ideas to life with custom designs and top quality products, helping you stand out and grow your brand. Let's make something amazing together. Call Allegra Sholo today.
For years, he's battled the toughest opponent of his life.
He's down!
But today, with Dr. Arnault and Comfort Fit Dentures, the fight changes. With Comfort Fit Dentures and Sholo, you can taste the victory. With free exams and x-rays, an in-house lab, and payment plans starting at just $110 a month, Comfort Fit makes it easy to claim victory. Call today for your free exam and x-rays.
You've been there, waiting forever at the gas station for the guy to free up so he can fill up your propane tank. Or worse, when the only qualified propane technician decided to stay home that day. Yep, you've been there and I have too. That's why now I get my propane from Ace Hardware every time. You get Ace Hardware's world-famous customer service when you stop in for propane. That's right, you get in, you get out, and you get a great deal on propane and everything else. From Ace Hardware at their locations in Pine Top and Heber. Ace Hardware is proud to support White Mountain Sports.
Welcome back, Show Ford's presentation of high school basketball on italk1067.com, as we're going to turn the starting lineups over to public address announcer Travis Flake. As we have Franklin Brown, Franklin Sosi, and Willie. As the Lobos are going to start, Denhalter, Hancock, Yarn, Kupfer, and West. It's a very split lineup, as Yarn is a sophomore with West and Denhalter and Hancock are the seniors, Kupfer the lone junior in the starting lineup. Our officials for tonight's game, brought to us by the AIA, are Gishi Arbizo, Scott Baker, and Quentin Hayes. And I know and have worked with some of these individuals, and the AIA has sent us a great crew for this evening, as it looks like Mr. Hayes is going to be our head referee tonight, and he's going to throw up the ball as Mr. Baker and Miss Arbizo get set to play, as we have, I believe that is Rennell West, and it's time for our Northland Pioneer College tip-off. Northland Pioneer College now offering bachelor's degree in business and education. Locations in Navajo and Apache County. Northland Pioneer College, is the opening tip is controlled by the Lobos, as West goes over Franklin to get it, as Hancock goes over to Yarn, back to the middle of the Hancock. Hancock in the middle, top of the key. Hancock dribbles, looks, now she goes to her left. Hancock up, and it goes to right-handed layup, left side. No good. That is rebounded by West, rebounded by Kupfer with the shot, rebounded by Kupfer. Kupfer with the shot, no good. Here come the Sand Devils. That is 14 Savannah Franklin with the ball. Franklin over to Brown. Brown now to her right, middle of the key. Out to number 20, I believe that's Cameron Sosi. Three-point shot, no good. Rebound, West. West forward to Kupfer. Kupfer looking for Denhalter. Denhalter left side is going to be knocked out of bounds. And that is going to be knocked out of bounds by Franklin for the Devils. Hancock set to inbound. Hancock looking. Now she throws it over to Yarn. Yarn three-pointer in the corner. That's going to be no good. Rebound is going to be Denhalter. Denhalter now drives to her left, as she is a left-handed. Left side, left hand, good. Ryan Denhalter, 2 points. Snowflake with an early 2-0 lead. As the Page Sand Devils come in their AIA score. AIA record is 2-2. I'm not sure if they were in any tournaments. The Lobos come in with one loss, and that lone loss being to Pueblo. As now we have Franklin, the senior, with the miss. Rebound by Yarn. Yarn forward to Kupfer. Kupfer right side. Now shuffles the baseline out to Denhalter. Denhalter looks. She puts it on the ground. Now she goes to her left. We're going to whistle, and we're going to have our first foul. That's going to be whistled on Tiziana Brown, the senior. First personal, first team. Hancock to inbound. Hancock looking, Denhalter. Denhalter puts it up. Denhalter is blocked by Franklin. It's going to go out of bounds and belong to the Lobos. As Taylor tries to bring in the ball into the key, and Mr. Baker says, no, come out a little farther. She throws into Yarn. Yarn three-point shot, no good. Rebound, Hancock. Hancock puts it right back up. That's going to be no good. Rebound, Denhalter. Denhalter's going to be hit on the arm. I believe they're going to call that one, and that's going to be the second one on Brown, as Brown's going to have a quick substitute, as Jade Sombrero checks into the ball game for Page. Denhalter at the line. First free throw is no good. As that quick 2 fouls, now Denhalter goes back to the line to shoot her second one. No good. Rebound is West over the top. Now we're going to get tied up. We're going to have a whistle. And we're going to have an alternating possession, and that is going to belong to Page. Devils with the ball, forward to Sosi. Sosi being guarded by Kupfer. Sosi looks now over on the far side to Willie. Is Peyton Willie? We have a whistle and we're going to have a foul. As I believe, I might have had that wrong. I believe Willie might have checked in, not Sombrero. As now Sosi brings the ball over up on the near side, guarded by Kupfer, met by Kupfer. Now she looks, throws it over on the far side. That is Sombrero wearing number 3. Now she brings it back to the top of the key. Looks left, looks right, now into Franklin. Franklin now goes to her right, dribbles the lane. Franklin puts it up. Attempt to be blocked by West. That's going to be good. That's going to be 2 points for Taylor Franklin. That's 2-2 early on in the ball game here. Hancock brings the ball up. Hancock now to her left. Over on the far side to Kupfer. Kupfer now dribbles, puts the ball on the floor. We're going to have a whistle, we're going to have a foul, and we're going to have a blocking foul on Page as it goes out of bounds. You know, as you look at Page, and one thing you have to accept when you live in Page is you have to accept travel. And these athletes from Page travel an awful lot. I believe on a bus it's probably just over or just under 4 hours to get here. And so something that they deal with is those late nights and going to school. As Lobos, we have Nichols with the drive, and Nichols is going to put it up, and that's going to be good. Harley Nichols, 2 points. 4-2, Lobos on top. 5 minutes and 14 seconds left here in the first quarter. As the ball goes, Yarn goes forward. Yarn knocks it out of bounds. That's going to belong to Page. Franklin to inbound. Franklin now to Sombrero. Sombrero to the top of the key to Franklin. As we do have 2 Franklins, there is Savannah and Taylor. As we're going to need a whistle, we're going to get a foul, and that's going to be not only a foul, but an and one, as I believe that's going to be Franklin going to the line for Page. Nice little crowd on hand tonight here is the gym at Snowflake High School. Probably going to be some filtering in before the boys game. Stay tuned tonight for our doubleheader as that free throw is no good. Rebound Nichols. As we have Page taking on Snowflake. As Nichols forward to Yarn. 2 points. AJ Yarn puts it up. Bucket is good. Inbound now to Page. Sombrero with the ball. Sombrero being met by Josie Clare checking into the game for the Lobos. Sombrero now over on the far side to Sosi. Whistle, and I think we're going to get a foul on Page. Or do we just, yes, we are going to have a foul. As the officials are going to confer here. We're going to get an offensive foul on Franklin. That's going to be her first personal. That's going to be the 4th team. Ball in the hands of Hancock. Hancock back to Yarn. Yarn looking. Now Yarn puts it on the ground over to Hancock in the corner. Hancock to Claire. Claire over on the far side. Claire now dribbles the lane, left side. Puts it down with her left hand. She loses it, but gains it back, and we're going to have a whistle, and we're going to have a foul, and it's going to be on the Lobos. As that's going to be Josie Clare is going to be whistled for her first personal. That's going to be the 3rd team on the board for the Lobos. Page to inbound. Sombrero. Sombrero to Savannah Franklin. Franklin being picked up by Yarn, now comes across the time stripe. I believe that's number 45 in the game. That's Mackenzie Bedoni. As we almost have now, Denhalter does steal it. Forward to Nichols. Nichols looking for Hancock. Now Nichols takes herself off the glass. No good. Here comes Page. Franklin with the ball. Franklin forward to Franklin. As now it goes out of bounds, we're going to get a whistle, and it is going to belong to the Lobos. Yarn to inbound. 3 minutes and 53 seconds left. 6-4 Lobos early on here in the first quarter. Hancock with the ball. Hancock bringing the ball over the time stripe. Now Hancock at the 28-foot line over to Nichols. Nichols inside to Yarn. Yarn, no good, rolls off the rim. Takes a Page bounce. Page back with the rebound. Tay left, Franklin with the ball. Franklin picked up by Hancock. Now Franklin goes left, goes right. She goes in the middle. She's in, and that's going to be a whistle, and it's going to be a foul, and Franklin is going to put another and one on her resume. That's going to be the 4th team foul for Snowflake, but it's going to be the first team foul on Taylor Hancock. Tie ball game, 3 minutes and 33 seconds left here in the first quarter. Franklin with the inbound, or Franklin with the free throw. That one is good. We're going to get a whistle. As number 12, that is Isiana Brown, checks back in the game with her 2 fouls. As also we have number 21 for the Lobos, Rayleigh Hancock checking in, as long also Raynell West checks in for Nichols. Yarn with the ball, Yarn forward to Hancock. Rayleigh Hancock bringing it forward. Over to Yarn. Yarn on the near side. Back to Hancock in the middle. Over to Denhalter. Denhalter on the left side. Back to Hancock. Hancock three-point shot. That's going to hit net, but it's going to be no good. As Claire gets the rebound. Claire dribbles over to the far side, and Josie Claire puts her stamp on the night. 8-7 Lobos lead. As here comes Brown. Brown puts it up, no good. Rebound, Claire. Now Claire pushes it up. Claire slows it down. Back to West. West puts it down, crosses it over to Denhalter on the left side. Denhalter now goes left. Denhalter drives, puts it up, kisses off the glass. Ryan Denhalter, 4-2. Page back with the ball. Inbound is to Brown. Brown over the middle. Brown now over to the right side. Over on the far side, Brown being picked up by Raynell West. West over to Franklin, Savannah Franklin. Back now to Sombrero. Sombrero to Willie. Willie at the top of the key. Willie now to Bedoni. Bedoni left, Bedoni right. Picked up by Claire. Over on the far side to Sombrero. Sombrero now goes to her right. She dribbles, puts it up. Contested by West. No good. Rebound, Claire. Here come the Lobos. Claire pushing the ball. Josie Claire pushes it forward, given to Rayleigh. Rayleigh now gets it inside to Raya Denhalter. Denhalter goes left side, left-handed, right hand. No good. Denhalter bounces off. Here comes Page. Isiana Brown pushes the ball forward. Brown, shot, out of bounds, no good. However, off a Lobo, and it's going to be Page ball as Nichols checks in for Yarn. And Hancock is going to check in for Claire. And we also have another substitution for the Devils. Sosi checks in for Peyton Willie. Sombrero to inbound. Sombrero now over to Franklin. Franklin now guarded by Nichols. Franklin in the middle of the key, driving the lane. Backs off, spins. No good. Blocked by West. Here comes Taylor Hancock down for the Lobos. Hancock, free throw jumper just inside the free throw line, no good. Rebound Denhalter, no good. Shot by Denhalter, rebound by Denhalter again, no good. Rebound is Denhalter again. Denhalter goes right side, puts it in. 2 points, Raya Denhalter. As we're going to get a whistle, we're going to time out. We're going to go ahead and take it to this Show LaForge presentation of high school basketball on italk1067.com.
Want the best deal on your new car, truck, van, or SUV? Go to Sholo Ford. Sholo Ford has the best deals. Not only does Sholo Ford sell the #1 truck in America, Guy Hatch guarantees you won't find a better deal on that truck anywhere else. Sholo Ford sells the best at the best price. Sholo Ford on the east end of the Deuce and at sholoford.com.
Welcome back to Show LaForge's presentation of high school basketball on italk1067.com as Page calls a quick timeout, and to negate the 12-7 lead the Lady Lobos have on the Page Devils. The Page Sand Devils coming down from the great city in our state, the farthest northern spot in the state. As Nichols gets the ball, Nichols now inside to West. West has it knocked away. West gains it back, but that's no good. West puts it up. That's going to be good. Raynell West puts in her first 2 points of the night. And it's going to be hard if you're the Sand Devils to have an answer for that, as Denhalter is going to be whistled with the Lobos for a foul. That's going to be, I believe, the 15th, which makes us go to shooting. As that is the 15th foul, that's going to be the first on Denhalter. Minute 13 left here in the first quarter. As that's going to put Paige at the line to shoot a couple. Taylor Franklin going to the line in this first quarter. She is the lone scorer of the 7 for Paige. Franklin's first free throw is no good. Back of the iron. Franklin lining up for her second free throw. That one's no good too. Rebound Hancock. We're going to whistle. We're going to get a foul, and it's going to stay, I believe. That's going to be on number 12, Kupfer, the junior. That's going to be her second team foul, which puts, I believe that's Bedoni at the line to shoot a couple. Bedoni's first one is no good. I jumped it a little bit there. As Yarn checks in for Kupfer. Not wanting to get Kupfer in foul trouble early, Coach Brogan brings her out as Bedoni lines up, down 14-7. Bedoni looks and puts it up, and that one's going to be no good. Rebound is going to be Josie Clare. Josie, monstrous rebound, back to Taylor Hancock. Taylor brings it over the time stripe, over to Kupfer. Kupfer inside to Clare. Clare puts it up. That's going to be good. Josie Clare, 2 points for the Lobos. Inbound is to Brown. Brown now looking. Brown trying to push it. Brown does push it. Brown gets it across. Now Brown being guarded by Clare. That's going to be tipped off the fingers of Franklin, and it's going to be handed by Harley Nichols. Harley, 2 points for the Lobos. Franklin inbounds. Franklin's going to give it to Brown. Brown now doing the ball handling duties for Paige. She goes to her left. Wide open dribble to the key, or dribble to the hoop. She doesn't take it. Back out to Bedoni. Bedoni now to Sosi. Back out to Brown. Brown to Bedoni. Bedoni goes left, goes right. Now in the hands of Sosi. Over to Brown. Brown puts it up. Actually, that's Franklin. Savannah Franklin. 8-7 seconds. 6, 5. Inside to Clare. Clare wide open. That one's going to be good. Josie Clare, 2 points. And that's going to bring it into the first quarter. We're going to go ahead and take a break. The show Fort.
Want to go skiing or snowboarding? Visit our friendly Honda Outdoor Sports. We offer skis, snowboards, and helmet rentals, custom footbeds, ski and snowboard repairs, as well as retail shopping for your snow gear, goggles, beanies, snow tubing, and even ice fishing supplies. We have all you need to prepare you for the outdoors. We welcome you to Honda Outdoor Sports, located 1 mile west of the casino.
Mountain Mobile Auto Glass and Tint is giving you a chance to win premium tickets to the National Finals Rodeo in Las Vegas. Win 2 tickets, a stay at the MGM Grand, and $1,000 cash. Every customer gets an entry. Insured customers get 2 dinners at Los Corrales and 2 movie tickets. Call Mountain Mobile Auto Glass and Tint, and you could be headed to the National Finals Rodeo.
536-5972. Mountain Mobile Auto Glass, cash back to you. Woohoo!
Welcome back. Show Fort's presentation of high school basketball on iTalk1067.com is the alternating possession, I believe, is going to favor the Snowflake Lobos to start out this quarter, as head referee for the night, Quentin Hayes, is waiting at half court for one of the Lady Lobos to come inbound the ball. As the officials blow the whistle to clear the court, as Hancock's going to go inbound to the Lobos, and it looks like she's going to have a nice easy inbound to AJ Yarn. The clock starts, and we're starting off the second quarter here. Yarn with the ball at the 28-foot line. Yarn now backs up over to Denhalter. Denhalter now to her right. Denhalter pushes it in to Aubrey Denhalter. It's going to be no good. We're going to whistle, and we're going to get a jump ball, and that's going to belong to Paige as Denhalter, the sophomore, checking in for the Lady Lobos. Which I think she might be a junior. I'll have to look that one up because I'm looking in my roster that I had was and we're going to get a steal by A.J. Yarn, and here goes A.J. Yarn. She's on the left side, left hand, and goes down. 2 points, A.J. Yarn. Whistle out of bounds, and that's going to belong to Paige. First points of the second quarter, however, go to Snowflake with a 22-7 lead. The lone scorer was Taylor Franklin for Paige. As now Savannah Franklin brings across the ball. Savannah Franklin goes to her left. That's going to be a drive by Dodson. I didn't see who put that one up. That's going to be Bedoni with the first points for the Sand Devils other than Franklin. As now Hancock has the ball. Hancock goes over to Denhalter. Denhalter looks, now pushes it into West. West, wow. I don't know if there's a better textbook drop step than what Raynell West put right there. As the ball goes forward to Bedoni, catches it, and we're going to get a whistle, we're going to get a travel, and it's going to stay as they're going to whistle West with the travel, and that's going to bring in Sombrero as well as Willie for Paige. Franklin to inbound, Franklin to Sombrero. Sombrero thought about a three-point shot. Now she sends it to Brown. Back to Sombrero. Sombrero right inside the three-point mark. That's going to be good, but it's going to be only a two-point shot. Sombrero credited with that two-point shot as she stepped right inside the arc. As now Yarn has the ball. Yarn pushes it into West. West puts it up. No good. West rebound. And Raynell West putting it back up and in for the Lobos. You know, folks, it's interesting. You always kind of wonder how teams get their names. And the Snowflake Lobos, I mean, there's a little bit of a background on that, but for a brief time, a very brief time, they had a different last name. But you look at Paige, as that's going to be number 12, Issiana Brown, for 2 points. But Paige, I wonder with that country up there, the Sand Devils, it kind of feels good, especially in the springtime in late March when that wind comes in off Lake Powell. It just gets all that, what we call blow sand around here, and gets and grits in your teeth. So I'm guessing it's just the Devils. So that's how I'm guessing they came up with the name Sand Devils. And our public address announcer to my left is whistling some of the same thing. As we're going to get a whistle, and we're going to get the foul on, I believe Yarn is going to go to the line to shoot a couple. Her first one is good. And that's going to be the third team foul on Issiana Brown, as she's going to have to take an early seat with 5 minutes and 36 seconds left as Yarn looks for her second free throw. Yarn's second free throw is no good, as that's going to be Franklin bringing the ball down. Franklin up the court, pushing it. Franklin now to her right at the free throw line. She looks left, she looks right, she leans in for about a 10-foot jumper, no good. Rebound West. West now gives it to Hancock. Hancock looking to push the ball, almost carried it, but didn't. As she goes, puts it up, had Denhalter right to the side. Now with the miss, Denhalter gets it, and that's going to roll in for 2 points. Mariah Denhalter for the Lady Lobos. As we always appreciate, folks, the hospitality coming here to Snowflake. Those of you who don't know, Athletic Director Kevin Staniford does a fantastic job, and the hospitality he gives in order to promote his student athletes at Snowflake is amazing. It is a great place to come watch a game. It's a great place to come and call a game from our vantage point. The camera angles are good, and set up, internet connection. We appreciate all that Snowflake High School does to bring you these games, as well as our sponsors. As that three-point shot's no good, as we're going to go ahead and shout out a Comfort Fit Dentures sponsoring our three-pointers tonight, although we haven't had one. As Comfort goes in, no good, and that's going to be rebound. Aubrey Denhalter, and she's going to put it up for 2. But, folks, we need to run down real quick, because we're going to need a whistle, we're going to do timeout. We're going to have to do it when we come back to Show LaFort's presentation of high school basketball on iTalk1067.com.
When you think glass, think Deemer's Glass in Lakeside. Deemer's Glass offers the best selection of quality glass with affordable prices. They do full home window packages, replacement windows, custom shower doors and enclosures, custom mirrors in many shapes, styles, and colors, glass doors and hardware, commercial glass for buildings and offices, skylights, screens, fire-rated glass for your fireplace or stove, window film, and more. Visit Deemer's Glass today on Porter Mountain Road in Lakeside or call 1-888-GLASSMAN.
Hey everyone, it's the Name Your Price sales event at Horn Auto Center for the rest of the year.
Even on these trucks?
Yeah.
Even on brand new SUVs?
Yeah.
What about all these used cars?
You got that right.
Even on all these heavy duty trucks?
Can you believe it?
Oh my gosh.
It's the Name Your Price sales event and no reasonable offer will be refused.
So come in and make us an offer we can't refuse. We are Horn Auto Center, the Chevy, Cadillac, and GMC store that saves you more.
All right, folks, back to Show Ford's presentation of high school basketball on iTech1067.com as we'd like to run down our sponsors. I did forget to mention at the start of the second quarter, we had our Northland Pioneer College tip-off. When it comes time to tip off your college education, tip it off the college with the lowest tuition in the state. That's Northland Pioneer College. As we turn the action over to our camera here, as Paige is going to inbound it and lose it right out of bounds. Sholo Ford, Ace Hardware, Honda Ski and Outdoor, Northland Pioneer College, Horn Auto Center, Summit Regional Medical Center, Comfort Fit Dentures, Mountain Mobile Auto Glass, Allegra of Sholo, and Deemer's Glass in Lakeside. 1-888 Glassman. As the Lobos go inside to Claire. Claire puts it up, no good. Rebound, Kupfer. That's going to be 2 points. Bryn Kupfer putting it up for what looked like an easy two, as here comes Paige as Franklin brings down the ball. Franklin now goes to her right. Bottom of the key, right side. Blocked by Yarn. Yarn now takes the ball, loses it. We're going to have a whistle. We're going to have a dive. And that's going to be Franklin against Yarn. We're going to whistle. We're going to get a foul. And that's going to go against Yarn. And that's going to be her first personal. And that's going to be the second team as the Lobo fouls are being spread tonight. Stay tuned tonight, folks, afterwards for the boys game. Right after this, we're going to reset, start a new broadcast, and we're going to get ready to go as now the ball is inside to Franklin. Franklin guarded by Yarn, left, right, spins, tries to put up. We're going to get a whistle, and we're going to get another foul, and I believe they're going to call that one on Yarn as well. And that's going to go against Yarn, and that's going to be the third team as the Snowflake has mounted a 20-point lead. But I look for Paige with that sharp shooting to start putting some of those three-point shots up as Franklin's going to go put it up for two. First free throw by Franklin. Good. Second free throw is good as well for Franklin as we get a whistle. And Savannah Franklin, and I believe, I'm not sure who went in. I thought that might have been either Aubrey Denhalter or Taylor Hancock as she brings it over. Hancock brings it over on the far side to Kupfer. Kupfer back to Nichols. Nichols at the top of the key. Now Nichols tries to drive. Nichols loses it. Now goes Nichols, tries to put it up. No good. Rebound. Aubrey Denhalter, 2 points. Snowflake Lobos. 35-15 as the Lobos putting on a little bit of pressure here. As Nichols gets screened off, and that was a hard screen as Franklin with the screen. Over now to Willie, and that's going to be a Comfort Fit Dentures. 3-point shot by Peyton Willie. Appreciate Comfort Fit Dentures sponsoring those. Hancock now with the ball. Hancock top of the key, left, right. Back to Kupfer. Kupfer now, Nichols on the cut in. Nichols goes to the ground. As Nichols loses it, we're going to get a whistle. We're going to have a jump ball. And the alternating possession, I believe, is going to stay with the Snowflake Lobos. As Sarah Dodson checks in. As West and Raya Denhalter come in for Denhalter and Kupfer. Hancock to inbound. As we got a whistle and we had a little bit of miscommunication as he hadn't called Rayleigh Hancock in yet, as now Rayleigh checks in for Harley Nichols. Okay, we're set now. Hancock with the ball. Hancock to inbound. Over way back to Rayleigh Hancock. Over to Josie Clare. Now Josie Clare going to drive. Josie puts it up. No good. Rebound, Page. Franklin. Taylor Franklin with the rebound. Here come the Sand Devils. Franklin forward to Sombrero, and that's going to slip right off the fingertips. And if there's one thing I would say tonight is Page has not had lucky, what I like to call the touchdown pass over the top. But if you watch Lobo football this year, neither did they. As Josie Clare now with the ball back to Taylor Hancock. She's going to be stepped up and guarded by Franklin. Over to Denhalter. Denhalter looking now inside to Clare. Clare posts up. Clare off the glass. Josie Clare, 2 points, and that is Clare's 8th point of the night. As she loses the ball, it's going to go. Rayleigh Hancock goes to grab it, tips out of her fingertips. Now Franklin, Savannah Franklin, going to inbound the ball for Page. Franklin inbounds now. There goes the home run pass. It is caught. Caught by other Franklin. That is Taylor Franklin. Over to Sombrero. Sombrero guarded by Clare. Sombrero looks now inside to Franklin. Franklin spins, goes in. She's partially blocked by West. That's going to be Rayleigh Hancock. Is going to go right off her fingertips. Out of bounds, belong to Page. Franklin to inbound to Franklin. Franklin now drives the lane. Back to Savannah Franklin. She drives, puts an easy one up. That's going to be good. That's going to be Savannah Franklin's first 2 of the night. Is Page having a pretty good quarter here as they have cut into the Lobo lead with 2 minutes and 30 seconds left. Taylor Hancock with the ball. Taylor now drives. Nowhere to go, guarded by Sombrero. Back out to Josie Clare. Clare now over to Rayleigh Hancock. Rayleigh Hancock loses that out of bounds, and it's going to be whistled. It's going to belong to Page as they are cutting into this Lobo lead ever so slightly, but a little bit at a time, all it takes. Franklin with the ball. Franklin brings it up, and that's going to be, we're going to get a whistle. And they're going to call a blocking foul on Rayleigh as she's going to run into the screen, and whoops, you can't do that, folks. I know that we have quite a bit of our listening audience tonight. We'd like to shout out to one of our awesome listeners, super Lobo fan, Kirsten Prestwich, listening tonight with her dad. And always glad to have her on the broadcast and listening and supporting the Lobos any way you can. And we appreciate you, Kirsten, and all you do. And tell your dad hello. As we're going to get a miss by the Sand Devils. Clare brings it down. Clare going to bring it all the way. Now she's going to send it over to Denhalter. Denhal thought about a three-point shot. Now Denhalter dribbles off the back of the glass, off the front of the rim. That is no good. Rebound goes forward to Franklin. Franklin over on the far side to Bedoni. We got a halftime report. Tuba City is up on Winslow 31-18 halftime. And I believe that game is in Winslow this evening. As Willie with the ball. Willie's going to get it. Sombrero. Sombrero's going to get in the corner. Hancock coming over to try to trap her. Sombrero out of it. Now the ball to Franklin. Franklin drives. That's going to be a clean. That's good old-fashioned block by West. As West goes forward to Denhalter. Denhalter's going to step on that line. You can't do that. Ball's going to go back to Page. We'd like to shout out to Nate360 on YouTube for that update. And we look to get forward to get some more updates through the night as that Tuba City team, from what I understand, is going to be a tough draw for the Lobos next week. And it's going to be a tough draw for these Page Sand Devils coming up soon, as that's going to be underhand free throw by Savannah Franklin. That's going to be no good. Rebound is the Lobos. Rayleigh Hancock over to Renell West. West inside to Denhalter. Denhalter could not have made that look much more easier as the Lobos extend it to 19. Almost at half of a minute left in this first quarter as that's forward to the Lobos. And Willie breaks free and puts it up for an easy 2 points. Page having a great second quarter. Problem is so are the Lobos as Page has cut that lead to 17. Three-pointer by Denhalter, no good. Rebound Hancock. Hancock to Hancock. Franklin with the ball. Picked away by Page. Now we're on the far side. And that's over to Willie. Willie cross court to Bedoni. Bedoni drives against Denhalter. That's going to be no good. And West with the rebound. 3 seconds. 2 seconds. 1 second. And that's going to end the the half, folks. As we go at halftime, it is the Lady Lobos 39, the Page Sand Devils 22. As we're going to come back and give you a halftime show. This is Show Low Ford's presentation of high school basketball on italk1067.com.
Northland Pioneer College is cheering for you on and off the field. Secure a win by enrolling in college courses at NPC. Earn college credits in high school. Learn a new skill or trade. Complete classes that will transfer to any Arizona university. NPC has 3 new bachelor's degree programs and over 100 associate degrees, certificates, and areas of study to choose from. The playing field for your future is wide open. Take a shot and score big by enrolling in classes at NPC. Northland Pioneer College. Your journey starts here.
At Summit Healthcare, you'll find a level of care you might not expect from a rural hospital. We've recently received 5 stars from CMS, a prestigious ranking that less than 5% of facilities in Arizona earned. Our cancer center has proven its level of advanced care with a national accreditation from the Commission on Cancer. And we continue to add more doctors and services so that you don't have to leave the mountain to find the care you need. At Summit Healthcare, we're elevating care here at home.
Want the best deal on your new car, truck, van, or SUV? Go to Show Low Ford. Show Low Ford has the best deals. Not only does Show Low Ford sell the #1 truck in America, Guy Hatch guarantees you won't find a better deal on that truck anywhere else. Show Low Ford sells the best at the best price. Show Low Ford on the east end of the Deuce and at showlowford.com.
You have a vision, a brand to build, a message to share? You need signs that turn heads, apparel that makes a statement, banners that grab attention, and business cards to leave a lasting impression. Your success starts with the right tools. That's where we come in. Allegra Sholo brings your ideas to life with custom designs and top quality products, helping you stand out and grow your brand. Let's make something amazing together. Call Allegra Sholo today.
For years, he's battled the toughest opponent of his life.
He's down!
But today, with Dr. Arnaud and Comfort Fit Dentures, the fight changes. With Comfort Fit Dentures and Sholo, you can taste the victory. With free exams and x-rays, an in-house lab, and payment plans starting at just $110 a month, Comfort Fit makes it easy to claim victory. Call today for your free exam and x-rays.
You've been there, waiting forever at the gas station for the guy to free up so he can fill up your propane tank. Or worse, when the only qualified propane technician decided to stay home that day. Yep, you've been there and I have too. That's why now I get my propane from Ace Hardware every time. You get Ace Hardware's world-famous customer service when you stop in for propane. That's right, you get in, you get out, and you get a great deal on propane and everything else. From Ace Hardware at their locations in Pine Top and Heber. Ace Hardware is proud to support White Mountain Sports.
Want the best deal on your new car, truck, van, or SUV? Go to Show Low Ford. Show Low Ford has the best deals. Not only does Show Low Ford sell the #1 truck in America, Guy Hatch guarantees you won't find a better deal on that truck anywhere else. Show Low Ford sells the best at the best price. Show Low Ford on the east end of the Deuce and at showlowford.com.
Want to go skiing or snowboarding? Visit our friendly Honda Outdoor Sports. We offer skis, snowboards, and helmet rentals, custom footbeds, ski and snowboard repairs, as well as retail shopping for your snow gear, goggles, beanies, snow tubing, and even ice fishing supplies. We have all you need to prepare you for the outdoors. We welcome you to Honda Outdoor Sports, located 1 mile west of the casino.
This is iTalk 1067's presentation of the Honda Outdoor Ski and Sports Store halftime show.
Welcome back to Show Ford's presentation of high school basketball on italk1067.com. As we want to run it down, the first half is the Lady Lobos in control right now, but never count out Page, especially with that sharp three-point shooting. The deal for Page has been somewhat just turnovers. They haven't been able to focus on keeping the ball, as Page had a 7-point first quarter. However, Taylor Franklin scored all 7 points. However, in the second quarter, Page went for a 15-point quarter as they added a 3-pointer by Willie with 5 for the game. Franklin, the leading scorer for Page, at 9 currently. For the Lobos, they had a 20-point first quarter and a 19-point second quarter. So good start to the game for them. As Denhalter with 10, Claire with 8. Denhalter leading all scorers with 10. As we look forward to the second half, I look forward to calling it for you for sure. But I think more of the same from both teams. I think Page is going to have to get a little more protective of the ball, and as they throw it up the court, they cannot lose it out of bounds. The Lobos just have to keep going inside. Renelle West with only 6 for the night, but she's been a force in the middle as we look at the highlights. The only one that really looks in foul trouble is Isiana Brown. And before we go to break, we'd like to look to the boys' game tonight as the Lobos coming off a big defeat in Coolidge last Friday night, their first game, looking to get back on track. As I don't actually have Page pulled up, but we're going to look at them as we go, as I see the Lobos out there getting ready to start this game tonight as they're getting some shots in before the game. So, folks, we're going to go back. We got about 3 minutes left on the clock for some second half action. And you know what I forgot to mention? This is our Honda Ski and Outdoor halftime show. And I apologize to them for that, but we're going to get them in here too. For the best selection of hiking, camping, hunting, and fishing gear, go to the Honda Ski and Outdoor store north of Pine Top on Highway 260, just before you get to the Honda Casino. So visit you know what? It's south of Pine Top on Highway 260, just before you get to the Honda Casino. We appreciate them and bringing you the halftime show. Before we go to break, we'd like to run down all our sponsors. Sholo Ford on the east end of the Deuce, Ace Hardware in Pine Top, Overguard, and Sholo, Honda Ski and Outdoor, Northline Pioneer College, Horn Auto Center, Summer Regional Medical Center, Comfort Fit Dentures, Mountain Mobile Auto Glass, Allegra of Sholo, and Deemer's Glass. These are the businesses that make these games possible and these great broadcasts and everybody involved. We're going to go ahead and take a break, folks. We're going to come back and bring you exciting second half action. This has been the Honda Ski and Outdoor halftime show. For the best selection of hiking, camping, hunting, and fishing gear, go to the Honda Ski and Outdoor store south of Pine Top on Highway 260, just north of the Honda Casino. This is Sholo Ford's presentation of high school basketball on iTalk1067.com.
This has been iTalk 1067's presentation of the Honda Outdoor Ski and Sports Store halftime show.
Mountain Mobile Auto Glass and Tint is giving you a chance to win premium tickets to the National Finals Rodeo in Las Vegas. Win 2 tickets, a stay at the MGM Grand, and $1,000 cash. Every customer gets an entry. Insured customers get 2 dinners at Los Corrales and 2 movie tickets. Call Mountain Mobile Auto Glass and Tint, and you could be headed to the National Finals Rodeo.
5365972 Mountain Mobile Auto Glass, cash back to you. Woohoo!
When you think glass, think Deemer's Glass in Lakeside. Deemer's Glass offers the best selection of quality glass with affordable prices. They do full home window packages, replacement windows, custom shower doors and enclosures, custom mirrors in many shapes, styles, and colors, glass doors and hardware, commercial glass for buildings and offices, skylights, screens, fire-rated glass for your fireplace or stove, window film, and more. Visit Deemer's Glass today on Porter Mountain Road in Lakeside or call 1-888-GLASSMAN.
Hey everyone, it's the Name Your Price sales event at Horn Auto Center for the rest of the year.
Even on these trucks?
Yeah.
Even on brand new SUVs?
Yeah.
What about all these used cars?
You got that right.
Even on all these heavy-duty trucks?
Can you believe it?
Oh my gosh.
It's the Name Your Price sales event and no reasonable offer will be refused.
So come in and make us an offer we can't refuse. We are Horn Auto Center, the Chevy, Cadillac, and GMC store that saves you more.
Northland Pioneer College is cheering for you on and off the field. Secure a win by enrolling in college courses at NPC. Earn college credits in high school, learn a new skill or trade. Complete classes that will transfer to any Arizona university. NPC has 3 new bachelor's degree programs and over 100 associate degrees, certificates, and areas of study to choose from. The playing field for your future is wide open. Take a shot and score big by enrolling in classes at NPC. Northland Pioneer College. Your journey starts here.
Welcome back to the Forge presentation of high school basketball on italk1067.com as we get set to start the second half with the Snowflake Lady Lobos up 39-22 on Page. As the alternating possession is going to favor Page as we flip the baskets. Page will be going to, I guess we're going to call that the south. Snowflake will be going to the north. Or to my left, Lobos. To my right, Page. To your left, Page. To your right, Lobos. Clear as mud, folks. Franklin going to bring in the ball. Franklin inbounds it to Brown. Brown guarded by Denhalter. Denhalter left, right with Brown. That's going to slip out of the fingers of Peyton Willie and go out of bounds. It's going to belong to the Lobos. Hancock brings the ball from for the Lobos. Denhalter now. Denhalter dribbles the middle of the key. Denhalter tries to drive left hand, left side. That's going to be good. Mariah Denhalter, 2 points. Snowflake Lobos. Now Franklin, Savannah Franklin brings over the ball for Page. Guarded by Yarn. It's going to be knocked out, and it's going to belong to Page as Sombrero checks in. Page setting up something. Lobos going to try to shut down that long court pass as the ball is, and we're going to have a 5-second violation as Mr. Hayes, our referee tonight, was right there on top of that one. Ball's going to belong to the Lobos. Hancock to inbound. Hancock to Yarn, back to Hancock. Hancock brings it over the middle at the 28-foot line, now to Yarn. Yarn in the corner, or to Cupford to Yarn. Inside to Denhalter. Denhalter puts it up, no good, as Denhalter was contested heavily by Peyton Willie, who ends up with the rebound there. Now forward to Franklin. Franklin at the top of the key. Franklin left, right, guarded by Hancock. Over now to Willie. Back to, let me see, number 20. That is Sosi, guarded by Kupfer.
Got it.
We get a whistle, it's going to be knocked out of bounds, and it's going to stay and belong to Page. 41-22, Lobos up on Page. Inbound is Sombrero. Sombrero now into the center key. Over to Willie on the far side, guarded by West. To Sombrero. Sombrero met by Denhalter. Sombrero backs up at the 28-foot line. Now to her left. As we're going to get a shot clock violation, the first one of the night, as that ball is going to go from Page back to Snowflake. Hancock brings the ball for the Lobos. Over now to Denhalter. Denhalter pushes it into West, and that's going to be knocked away and ultimately slapped around by a few players, but ends up in the hands of Sosi. Sosi now back to Taylor Franklin, who brings it up. Franklin driving the key left, right, guarded by Hancock over in the far corner. And that was going to be, I believe that was Peyton Willie with the ball. It is rebounded by Kupfer. Kupfer is now going to have the foul, as we appreciate you listening to Shola Fort's presentation of high school basketball on italk1067.com. As a lot of different places, hopefully you folks up there in Page, you're going to stay tuned for the boys game. And if you're ever down here in the White Mountains, remember our sponsors. Remember to give them your business. We appreciate it, as they appreciate it as well. As Kupfer goes into West, West is going to put it up, and West is going to be fouled and go to the line for an and one. As great job on that replay there. Foul's going to go on Willie. That's going to be her second personal. That's going to be the second team, I believe, as West completes the three-point play. Franklin to inbound. Franklin to Sombrero. Sombrero left, right. She's going to be picked up at half court by Denhalter. As Sombrero looks now kind of trapped by Denhalter. However, finds Franklin. Savannah Franklin, guarded by Yarn, drives the lane, now kicks it out to Sparrow. Three-point shot's going to be no good, and there's going to be a slew of players in there. We're going to have a foul as A.J. Yarn gently taps her on the arm right there. Page to the line. It's going to be Franklin's going to shoot a couple. Franklin's first one is no good. As Nichols and Claire check in for the Lady Lobos. West and Yarn to the bench to visit with Coach Mike Brogan and his staff. As Franklin lines up for her second one. Ball is up. Ball is good. 44-23, Lobos on top. You're listening to high school basketball presented by Sholo Ford on iTalk 106.7, KNKI Pine Top Sholo, and on 102.5 Pine Top, a Kopaniki Communications station. As the Lady Lobos on top, 44-23 over Page. As Sombrero for Page. Page in their black and red uniforms, their checkerboard Indy stripe on the side. I don't know what you call that, but it's kind of cool. As there's a long three-point pass. Rebound is Nichols, but it goes forward to Denhalter. Then forward to Cupper. Cupper no good. Denhalter with the rebound, to whistle. We're going to get a foul. As we see Denhalter on the replay there, putting it back up. 44-23, 5:04 left in the third quarter. I apologize for those of you listening on iTalk 106.7. I will be more diligent and give you the score and let you know a little bit what's going on. Denhalter's free throw is no good. Denhalter with 2 points in the quarter. As Mackenzie Bedoni, checking back in. She's checking in for Peyton Willie, number 30, the sophomore on the roster. Here is Denhalter's second free throw. That one is going to go to the bottom of the net for 2 points. As Bedoni almost fumbled the inbounds as she almost stepped over the line. She does get it forward to Franklin in time. As Franklin now over to Sombrero. Sombrero guarded by Denhalter. Now Sombrero goes to her right. She drives, she puts it up, no good. As Denhalter's there, and it's going to be knocked away. And it's going to be pulled away by, we got to break into timeout. We'll talk about it later. The Sholo Ford's presentation of high school basketball on iTalk1067.com.
At Summit Healthcare, you'll find a level of care you might not expect from a rural hospital. We recently received 5 stars from CMS, a prestigious ranking that less than 5% of facilities in Arizona earned. Our cancer center has proven its level of advanced care with a national accreditation from the Commission on Cancer. And we continue to add more doctors and services so that you don't have to leave the mountain to find the care you need. At Summit Healthcare, we're elevating care here at home.
Welcome back to Sholo Ford's presentation of high school basketball on iTalk1067.com and iTalk 1067 as Sombrero. Jade Sombrero is going to bring it in. She sends it over to Franklin. Franklin over to Savannah Franklin. Now to Bedoni. Back to Sombrero on the far side. She's picked up by Denhalter. Now she tries to drive. Puts a little bit of a shoulder down. Now back out to Bedoni. Bedoni goes to drive, and she's going to be whistled for a travel. As Bedoni just could not get that second step down and went right through the lane and was whistled for that travel. 45-23, Lobos on top. 4 minutes and 35 seconds left here in the third. As Taylor Hancock brings it over the time stripe. Over to Bryn Kupfer. Kupfer inside. I believe that is, that's Josie Claire. 2 points for Josie Claire. Now Sombrero with the ball. Sombrero loosely guarded by Denhalter. Now over to Franklin. Sosi with the ball. Sosi to her left. Now to the middle of the key, and it's going to be ripped away by Hancock. Hancock looking for somebody. Hancock throws it away. I believe that is number 20, Sosi. She tries to lay it up and in, no good. Now Denhalter gets the rebound, and Denhalter attempts to push it. Now she is going to push it as Denhalter crosses over. Denhalter drives the lane. 8-foot jumper. That's going to be good. Raya Denhalter, 8-foot jumper for the Snowflake Lobos, 49-23. Left, 3:44 left here in the third quarter. As Aubrey Denhalter and Rayleigh Hancock check in. That's going to be Franklin bringing it over on the far side for the Sand Devils. Back to Sosi. Sosi guarded by Kupfer. Now it's going to be whistled. We're going to get a foul. And I believe that's going to be Taylor Hancock's going to be whistled for that foul here. Page to inbound. That's going to be Franklin to inbound, guarded by Denhalter. Franklin now over to Bedoni, and that's going to be ripped away by Claire. However, Claire's going to intercept that ball, but she's going to carry it out of bounds, which you can't do, so it's going to go back to Page, as that's going to be Savannah Franklin going to inbound in front of her own bench, guarded by Nichols. Coach Celeste Claw giving some instructions to her Sand Devils here as the passes to Sombrero. Sombrero picked up by Rayleigh Hancock. Hancock attempts to swipe it, no good. 49-23, Lobos on top. As the ball goes to ball goes to Franklin. As we're going to get a whistle, we're going to get a foul on the court. As that's going to go against the Lobos. That's going to go against number 11, Harley Nichols of the Snowflake Lobos. Franklin to inbound. Franklin now to Franklin. That's going to be no good as some bodies hit the floor, and we're going to have a Page player slow to get up. That is Sombrero. Claire to Nichols on the Lobo end. Over to Denhalter. Denhalter looks for a three. Now she drives. Denhalter drives left, drives right. Swooshes around. Puts it in for 2 points. Raya Denhalter for the Snowflake Lobos. Franklin with the ball. Savannah Franklin over the time stripe to Bedoni. Bedoni now, and we're going to get a whistle where you're going to get a blocking foul, and I believe it's going to be on Josie Claire, and that's going to go Josie's, I'm not sure. I have as Josie's second foul, and that's what the board is showing. However, I've been known to make a lot of mistakes as Sombrero's going to inbound, taking a quick second to tie her shoe. 51-23, 2 minutes and 45 seconds left here in the third quarter. Balls to Franklin. Savannah Franklin guarded by Yarn. Now back out to Bedoni. Bedoni loses it a little bit. Now popped away by Hancock. That's popped away by Rayleigh Hancock, and it's lost out of bounds. It's still going to belong to Page as Sombrero's going to go to inbound, as Bedoni almost lost that as Hancock took a very, what's the word? It's when you're not supposed to try to do something, but you do it and it works. Dangerous. As we appreciate our thesaurus in the truck Mel. As we go, ball's going to go off. That's going to go forward. Rebound is by Denhalter. Forward to Denhalter. That was Aubrey Denhalter rebounding forward to Raya Denhalter. Whistle and a foul, and that's going to put, I think that's going to put Raya Denhalter at the line. As we're going to get a whistle, we're going to have timeout to show the Forge presentation of high school basketball at italk1067.com.
Want the best deal on your new car, truck, van, or SUV? Go to Sholo Ford. Sholo Ford has the best deals. Not only does Sholo Ford sell the #1 truck in America, Guy Hatch guarantees you won't find a better deal on that truck anywhere else. Sholo Ford sells the best at the best price. Sholo Ford on the east end of the Deuce and at sholoford.com.
You have a vision, a brand to build, a message to share? You need signs that turn heads, apparel that makes a statement, banners that grab attention, and business cards to leave a lasting impression. Your success starts with the right tools. That's where we come in. Allegra Sholo brings your ideas to life with custom designs and top quality products, helping you stand out and grow your brand. Let's make something amazing together. Call Allegra Sholo today.
Welcome back. Sholo Forge presentation of high school basketball on italk1067.com. As the second buzzer for the minute timeout is ringing, and Paige is still huddled up as Coach Claw some stuff to tell her team as Denhalter and her Lobo team waits at the line. 51-23, 2 minutes and 26 seconds left here in the third quarter of Sholo Forge presentation of high school basketball on italk1067.com. As Denhalter goes to the line, the senior left-hander for the Lobos. Denhalter looks. Her first free throw is good. Denhalter dribbles and looks again. And her second one falls short. Rebound, Aubrey Denhalter, and it's going to be knocked away by Franklin. Taylor Franklin with the ball. Taylor met by Hancock, Rayleigh Hancock. Now switched over to Taylor Hancock as she dribbles, and she took what I would call a slide step. And folks, you can't do that in the NFHS rules of high school basketball. Rayleigh Hancock inbound to Taylor Hancock. Between the Franklins and the Hancocks, you're not sure you're listening to a one-man show here, but I assure you it's just some duplicate names. I'm assuming sisters on both these teams. As Yarn three-point, that's going to be no good. Rebound, Raya Denhalter puts it up. No good for her as Cameron Sosi with the rebound. Page with the ball forward to Sombrero. Sombrero over on the far side to Adriana Yazzie. Yazzie left, right, being guarded by Rayleigh Hancock. That's going to be out of bounds. That's going to belong to Page. Minute 44 left here in the third quarter, 52-23. Lobos are on top, 19-point lead, and it's hovered around that 19, 17-point range most of the second half. Ball's inbound to Sombrero. Sombrero picked up by Denhalter. Now Sombrero looks to drive to the middle. She stops, looks left, looks right. Now over to Yazzie. Yazzie guarded by Rayleigh Hancock. Rayleigh out on Yazzie. Now the throw is over to Sombrero. Sombrero guarded by Denhalter. Now she goes to her right, bumps a little bit. Back out to Sosi. Sosi to her left. It's going to be knocked away. And we're going to get a second shot clock violation on Page. Raya Denhalter inbound the ball for the Lobos. Inbounds to Hancock, 52-23, 1 minute and 20 seconds left as Hancock brings the ball over. Brings it over the time stripe. Hancock at the 28-foot line, hangs out over to Rayleigh Hancock. To A.J. Yarn. Over on the far side to Raya Denhalter. Denhalter back to Hancock, Hancock to Hancock. Rayleigh Hancock goes right, she puts it up. That's going to be good as it almost looked like as she went up. We're going to whistle, we're going to get a timeout. We'll talk about that in a little bit. The Show LaForge presentation of high school basketball on italk1067.com.
For years, he's battled the toughest opponent of his life.
He's down.
But today, with Dr. Arnault and Comfort Fit Dentures, the fight changes. With Comfort Fit Dentures and Sholo, you can taste the victory. With free exams and x-rays, an in-house lab, and payment plans starting at just $110 a month, Comfort Fit makes it easy to claim victory. Call today for your free exam and x-rays.
You've been there, waiting forever at the gas station for the guy to free up so he can fill up your propane tank. Or worse, when the only qualified propane technician decided to stay home that day. Yep, you've been there and I have too. That's why now I get my propane from Ace Hardware every time. You get Ace Hardware's world-famous customer service when you stop in for propane. That's right, you get in, you get out, and you get a great deal on propane and everything else. From Ace Hardware at their locations in Pine Top and Heber. Ace Hardware is proud to support White Mountain Sports.
Welcome back, Show LaForge presentation of high school basketball on italk1067.com as Page is set to inbound the ball. Jade Sombrero to inbound, guarded by Raya Denhalter. Now forward. Forward is to Sosi. Sosi to Franklin. Franklin left, right, guarded by Yarn. Now Franklin brings it over the middle, met by Yarn right after. Now at the top of the key, now she drives the lane. Savannah Franklin left, right, puts it up. That's going to be no good. It rims in and out. As ball goes to the baseline, we're going to have a whistle, and it's going to go out of bounds, and that's going to stay with Page. As nice job there by Taylor Franklin to throw it off the knee of Denhalter as the ball is inbounded to Yazzie. As now the ball is to Franklin. Franklin, long three-point shot, no good. Rebound, Yarn. Yarn looking to run. Yarn has a 3-on-1 over to Rayleigh Hancock. That's going to be blocked. That's going to be blocked by Taylor Franklin. As Hancock now with the ball. Hancock over to Franklin. Savannah Franklin picked up by West as she goes to the baseline, and we're going to get a whistle and we're going to get a foul. As she goes to the baseline and had West beat, West reached around and unfortunately got her on the arm. That's going to bring us to 5 team fouls in the quarter, which is going to put the Page Sand Devils at the line, and I believe that is going to be Savannah Franklin. Franklin with 3 points on the night, but has done a terrific job of doing a lot of the ball handling duties for Paige. Her first free throw is back, front, and out. Grappling with the physics of the first shot, Franklin lines up for the second one. And that one is going to be rolled around, but it's going to drop for Savannah Franklin. Lobos to inbound. Taylor Hancock with the ball. Up 20 with 5 seconds, 4 seconds, 3 seconds, 2 seconds. As that's going to be a long three-point shot by Rayleigh Hancock. That's going to be no good. Folks, we're going to come back and end it up in our fourth quarter here. This is Show La Forge's presentation of high school basketball on italk1067.com.
Want the best deal on your new car, truck, van, or SUV? Go to Sholo Ford. Sholo Ford has the best deals. Not only does Sholo Ford sell the #1 truck in America, Guy Hatch guarantees you won't find a better deal on that truck anywhere else. Sholo Ford sells the best at the best price. Sholo Ford on the east end of the Deuce and at sholoford.com.
Want to go skiing or snowboarding? Visit our friendly Honda Outdoor Sports. We offer skis, snowboards, and helmet rentals, custom footbeds, ski and snowboard repairs, as well as retail shopping for your snow gear, goggles, beanies, snow tubing, and even ice fishing supplies. We have all you need to prepare you for the outdoors. We welcome you to Honda Outdoor Sports, located 1 mile west of the casino.
Welcome back to the start of the fourth quarter. Show La Forge presentation of high school basketball on italk1067.com as the Snowflake Lobos are up 54-24 on Page. As 8 minutes start, but we're going to take this opportunity. One, we'd like to thank our officials for the night, Gishi Arbizo, Scott Baker, and Quentin Hayes, and our sponsor, Show La Ford, Ace Hardware, Honda Ski and Outdoor, Northline Pioneer College, Coronado Center, Summit Regional Medical Center, Comfort Fit Dentures, Mountain Mobile Auto Glass, Allegra and Sholo, and Deemer's Glass. And stay tuned, folks. We have our Deemer's Glass Man of the game, as well as our Mountain Mobile Auto Glass and Tint Player of the game, and our Horn Auto Center Drive of the game. As Kinsey Flake, number 3, checks into the game. Kinsey throws it over to Claire. Claire now at the top of the key. Claire over to, I believe that is Mary Orr. No good. Rebound, Page. Here comes Franklin. Franklin with the ball. As a rough third quarter for Page, as they end up with 24 after a halftime 22. 15 on the night for the 15 in the third quarter for the Lobos, as Orr has the rebound. Orr to Kupfer. Kupfer now to her right, now brings it back to the middle. Kupfer left, right, now she looks to drive but gives it off to Claire. Claire runs it back, now she's at the top of the key. Claire shifts directions, turns, spins, puts it up, no good. Rebound, Franklin for Page. As Franklin gets back, methodically bringing it over. Now she's going to be met by Nichols. Franklin goes to her right. We're going to whistle, and we're going to get a foul, and that's going to be on Nichols. That's going to be on 11. And as we have, starting over on the team fouls, that's going to be Nichols' 4th personal. Wait. They have Nichols' okay. I'm looking at the board. I'm like, the board had a 4. That was for the last foul. That's Nichols' 2nd foul, first team. As Franklin misses the ball, forward Kinsey Flake with the rebound. Kinsey pushing it. 54-24, 6:17 left. Lobos on top. As now to Kupfer. Kupfer goes, puts it up. That's going to be no good. And I believe, folks, that we have a running clock when it hits the fourth quarter, and it's 30 points. But the last minute, it goes back to normal timing. And the reason for that is simply, you don't want somebody shooting a free throw and have a go off in the middle of their free throw. It just isn't a good look. So, and we have as there's a loose ball, and that's going to be falling to the floor as Orr goes for it, and we're going to have a jump ball. Franklin to inbound. Franklin forward to Sombrero, back to Franklin. Franklin's going to bring the ball over. Franklin with the ball. into Brown. We're going to get a whistle. We're going to get a foul. I believe they're going to call that on Nichols again. That's going to be on Nichols. That's going to be her third personal. That's going to be the second team. First free throw is no good.
Yes, you can. It's on two-way. Robin.
Second free throw is no good. As the same score on the board, 54-24 with the running clock. And we have a sorry, folks, experiencing some technical difficulties here as Sombrero brings the ball forward. As Nichols intercepts the ball, 54-24, running clock. Lobos here as Nichols is going to get whistled for a traveling call. Substitution is going to come back in as we're going to have Yarn, Aubrey Denhalter, Rayleigh Hancock, as well as Macy Brimhall check in for the Lobos. Inbound is to Brown.
Got that.
AJ Yarn's going to pick up her fifth personal foul, as that's going to be the third team, and it's going to go out of bounds for Paige. Sombrero to inbound. Bodoni at the top of the key. Bodoni being guarded by Brimhall as Hancock looks to guard. As Franklin puts up the ball, it's going to be no good. Sorry, folks, we're experiencing some technical difficulties communicating back and forth as Sombrero's going to fall to the ground, and it's going to be, I believe they're going to whistle Aubrey Denhalter for that foul, as that is going to be number 10. That's going to go on Denhalter. That's going to be the fourth team with 1:25 left. The clock will stop and go back to traditional timing here soon. Don't forget, folks, we're going to wrap up this broadcast, and we're going to go forward to our boys broadcast, which should start just about on time at 7:30 this evening. Franklin to inbound, or Franklin to shoot. That free throw is good. As Franklin has put the only points up in this quarter for both teams. 54-26, 48 seconds left to play as Brimhall brings it down. Brimhall now drives, looks, puts it in. That's going to be good. Macy Brimhall, 2 points for the Lobos, 56-26. Savannah Franklin puts it up, no good. Rebound, Aubrey Denhalter forward to Flake. To Kinsey Flake, Rayleigh Hancock. Rebound is by Mary Orr, 2 points. Mary Orr gets on in the books, as there's only a couple Lobos left to not score. As we're gonna get Yazi with a 3-point shot, that's gonna be no good. Or with rebound, the time's gonna run out. This is Shola Fort's presentation of high school basketball on italk1067.com.
Mountain Mobile Auto Glass and Tint is giving you a chance to win premium tickets to the National Finals Rodeo in Las Vegas. Win 2 tickets, a stay at the MGM Grand, and $1,000 cash. Every customer gets an entry. Insured customers get 2 dinners at Los Corrales and 2 movie tickets. Call Mountain Mobile Auto Glass and Tint, and you could be headed to the National Finals Rodeo.
536-5972. Mountain Mobile Auto Glass. Cash back to you. Woohoo!
When you think glass, think Deemer's Glass in Lakeside. Deemer's Glass offers the best selection of quality glass with affordable prices. They do full home window packages, replacement windows, custom shower doors and enclosures, custom mirrors in many shapes, styles, and colors, glass doors and hardware, commercial glass for buildings and offices, skylights, screens, fire-rated glass for your fireplace or stove, window film, and more. Visit Deemer's Glass today on Porter Mountain Road in Lakeside or call 1-888-GLASSMAN.
Hey everyone, it's the Name Your Price sales event at Horn Auto Center for the rest of the year.
Even on these trucks?
Yeah.
Even on brand new SUVs?
Yeah.
What about all these used cars?
You got that right.
Even on all these heavy-duty trucks?
Can you believe it?
Oh my gosh.
It's the Name Your Price sales event and no reasonable offer will be refused.
So come in and make us an offer we can't refuse. We are Horn Auto Center, the Chevy, Cadillac, and GMC store that saves you more.
Northland Pioneer College is cheering for you on and off the field. Secure a win by enrolling in college courses at NPC. Earn college credits in high school, learn a new skill or trade. Complete classes that will transfer to any Arizona university. NPC has 3 new bachelor's degree programs and over 100 associate degrees, certificates, and areas of study to choose from. The playing field for your future is wide open. Take a shot and score big by enrolling in classes at NPC. Northland Pioneer College. Your journey starts here.
Welcome back, Shola Fort's presentation of high school basketball on italk1067.com. As we head to our post-game show, we're going to start, folks, with our Horn Auto Center drive of the game. And our drive of the game is very simply going to be that first quarter for the Snowflake Lobos, as they come with 20 points in that first quarter and go on a 20-7 run, and there was no looking back. And that's going to be our Horn Auto Center, the Chevy, Cadillac, and GMC store that saves you more drive of the game. On to our Deemer's Glass, glass man of the game. Need glass for your home or business? Deemer's Glass in Lakeside is hands down the best place to call. When you need quality glass at affordable prices, Deemer's Glass, call 1-888-GLASSMAN. And our glass man of the game, putting in 9 points of her own, but a force on the boards and on defense, is number 24, the senior, Rennell West for the Snowflake Lobos. Rennell putting that on and gonna be our Deemer's Glass man of the game. I don't have official rebounding stats in front of me, but I'm pretty sure she led all of them, because there are multiple times she had 2 and 3. So Rennell West, you are our Deemer's Glass man of the game. Deemer's Glass, need glass for your home or business? Deemer's Glass, hands down, the place when you call when you need quality glass at affordable prices. 1-888-GLASSMAN. And now for our Mountain Mobile Auto Glass and Tint player of the game. Our player of the game for the Snowflake Lobos, the senior, Raya Denhalter. 18 points on the night for the senior, Raya Denhalter, as she pours that in to put it together for the Mountain Mobile Auto Glass and Tint. Get your windshield repaired by the experts. Player of the game. That is Raya Denhalter, wearing number 1 for the Snowflake Lobos. Congratulations to Coach Brogan. We're going to flip the broadcast, folks, and put it back on. This has been Shola Fort's presentation of high school basketball on italk1067.com.
This has been Shola Ford's presentation of high school basketball on iTalk 1067 KNKI Pine Top and italk1067.com. Brought to you in part by Northland Pioneer College, Ace Hardware of the White Mountains, Deemer's Glass, Mountain Mobile Auto Glass and Tint, Summit Healthcare Regional Medical Center, Horn Auto Center, Honda Ski and Outdoor Sports, and Comfort Fit Dentures. This broadcast has been a copyrighted production of iTalk 1067 and Country Mountain Airways, a Kopaniki communication station. Any rebroadcast, retransmission, or use of this broadcast without the express written consent of iTalk 1067 or Country Mountain Airways is strictly prohibited. For more information on this game and other games around the region, go to iTalk1067.com.